Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another fantastic episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana. Now they love him in Japan. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest today, yes, today we have an early show, is a young lady who has been making a name for herself. She is not only a graduate of the Nightmare Factory Class 1, but she's also a woman that is made of nightmares. That's right. She is the leader of the Emo Heads, and she recently made her debut on AEW. Everybody, welcome to the show, Brooke Havok.
What's
Woo!
up?
Brooke, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on our show. You know, we know that you're actually, planning your next step, making that comeback that we've all been waiting for. And, when I saw your match against Britt Baker, I was very impressed. I was like, yeah, this is definitely one to watch out for in the next year or so, if not now. But yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. We really and truly do appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys so much for having me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just gotta say, and I don't know if Kat Spencer told you this. I don't know if any of your other Nightmare Factory Class 1 classmates told you this, but you and Kat had the most badass entrance in the history, if not the most, one of the most badass entrances in the history of Nightmare Factory student showcase history. Well, in Nightmare Factory student showcase history. I like how y'all rolled out with that black vehicle, and y'all just like came out
Yeah.
both doors.
It was
And
a wild entrance. It was.
yeah, I was like, wow, yo, that's impressive. And then the funny part was when MJ Baby do Orange Stone on your car.
Yeah, I had to hold Kat back from that. I was like, we got her in the ring. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh snap, yo. I kind of felt sorry for her, man. But yeah, that was a great match, man. Y'all definitely pulled it off, man. So how's everything going for you these days?
Really good. I'm just so extremely grateful to be back, to be able to wrestle again. Definitely was a rough and long 6-month journey to come back. But yeah, I'm just ready to take on any opportunities that I get.
Yeah, you were very impressive in eight. And I saw it was an article I saw that said Cody Rhodes student to make debut. So I'm like, let me see what this is about. Because if it's an actual article, that means it's definitely something. And when I saw it was Brooke Havok, and I was like, wait, man, I know her. She's from the Nightmare Factory. And that debut was awesome. And and even you and Kat Spencer, like y'all are definitely a great tag team. I hope to see more of it. Sometimes I like to play armchair booker. But hey, ain't no shame in my game. But you are actually a part of one of my favorite dream stables, as for lack of a better term. And the stable is you and Kat teaming up with the Renegade Twins. I've always said
Ooh.
that would be, and I asked him, I said, because apparently now Kat is they consider Kat the third Renegade sister. So I'm like, any chance Brooke could be in y'all squad too? Because I think y'all be a pretty badass stable. I mean, for
I
y'all
don't
just
know. If the opportunity comes, it comes. I'd definitely be down to join them. I feel like that'd be a really, really good squad to have.
hey, Charlotte, Robin, and Kat, y'all heard. I'm just saying, it'll be good. But yeah, man. So I just gotta ask you, man. And I always ask almost, every one of our guests that we have on here, what was the event or pay-per-view that made you become a fan of professional wrestling, or who was that uncle or aunt or relative that pulled you in and said, "Hey, bro, come see this here. How do you like it?"
It was my older brother actually. He
Okay.
introduced me and my younger brothers into wrestling. Started going to some of the live shows around my area. Played the video games together all the time, and that just it definitely like sparked interest in me and my younger brothers.
Oh, cool, cool. Wow, wow, that's cool. That your older brother actually got you into it. That's awesome. So did any of your other siblings ever like decide to get in the ring and actually become a wrestler, or were you just the only one that like took that leap?
It was only me, but one of my younger brothers has always like played with the idea of it, and I have tried to get him in the ring into training and everything, but it just hasn't happened.
Oh, okay, wow, that's cool. Yeah, you never know. That'd be cool to see a brother sister tag team just wreaking. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Rob, I don't know if you ever started, but I'm a bit old, so I don't know if I can't remember if I ever saw a brother sister tag team just wreaking havoc. Unless you want to
Yeah,
count
I
Shane and
can't either.
Stephanie, but
Oh yeah, yeah. There
yeah,
you
they're
go.
not. Unless you want to count them, but I don't know. That's kind of iffy. But yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
definitely
cool.
need another Havoc running wild in the wrestling scene.
Yeah. That would definitely be cool. By the way, that's a cool beanie that you got right there. I like that.
Thank you.
The
I
logo and
appreciate it.
everything, man. Yeah. So, who were some of your favorites growing up? Like, who'd you enjoy cheering for and whatnot?
Definitely Edge. As a young kid, The Undertaker for sure. Like I wore a Rated R Superstar sweatband with me all the time. I had a little toy stuffed Undertaker bear that I would take everywhere with me as well. And then as I got older, of course, Paige was a huge one for me. Definitely a big fan of hers.
Ah, yes, Paige, the one of the two leaders. I always say, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna get canceled for this, but I always say there were two leaders of that women's revolution, and that was Paige and AJ Lee. That's it.
I would
I
definitely say the same.
Everybody else was just following, but I would definitely say it was just those two. Paige was like, she wasn't like a girly girl. She had like this kind of, I guess you could say, punk rock look to her that I was like, yo, that's cool. She's definitely gonna go far. And AJ Lee kind of had it as well too. I mean, you never saw them really modeling in bathing suits. They were in like, I mean, AJ Lee was in like chucks and jeans and whatnot. So, and they made it work for
Yeah.
them, and they did the damn thing. So, yeah. So, have you ever gotten to meet Paige in person?
No, I have not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we actually had her mother on our show several months back. If you ever get a chance, if you ever have time, I'm not plugging us, but I'm just saying, check it out. Be careful, because I call that our Attitude Era like show, not because of what we were saying, but because of how um cool Saray Knight was, and how open she was. So yeah, I was left like this all the time. So yeah.
1 second. I think I'm losing you. 1 second.
You got us now? Apologies, everybody.
Technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties. It happens. Yeah.
Uh-oh, she's fading like Thanos. What in the world?
Are you back, Brooke? Hello?
It's cutting in and out on my end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It happens. Mm,
It might have to reset or something.
yeah. It
Back
happens.
out, come
Like,
back in. Dang, technology, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back.
it happens. That's the ebb and flow of it. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, while we're waiting for Brooke Havok to actually rejoin us, I just want to say you know, we recently hit 100 subscribers, and I just want to say, on behalf of myself, Rob Bass here, and Kathy Knight, thank you for that. You know, when we do interviews like these, we do it for you. We don't just do it for ourselves, but we also do it for you, the fans, and the rest, and of course the wrestlers, to of course, and the promoters and all involved to get their stories out, and of course for those who make it possible, that is you, the fans. So, on behalf of myself, Rob, and Kathy, who unfortunately couldn't be with us, but I'm pretty sure she appreciates it as well. Thank you very much for getting us to that landmark, and or that milestone, and we'll definitely continue to you know keep on doing what we do just for y'all as well. I know that we say that legitimately, we have a merchandise. When we plug our merchandise store, it's like, yeah, all proceeds go back into keeping the show afloat. Yes, that is true. Like, we don't pocket the money. Like, I haven't pocketed a single red cent of it. Like, it all goes back into the show. So, yeah. And anything you got to say, Rob?
Nah, I'm just saying, the frozen picture of her looks funny. It's like you said something awful, and she just like she about to tell us all. Oh,
Hey, you're back.
I think I got you guys back.
Yeah, we see you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so back to what I was gonna ask. So Paige and AJ Lee, they were the leaders, um, and they made it work for them. But I know, and before I go any further, I think I know who this is. George, is that you? Shout out to SPW over in Miami. If you're over in South Florida, check them out.
Nice.
They definitely do good stuff. I could vouch for them, Brooke, and say that George is a good person. George is a cool person. He's a good person. He actually got me into the podcasting game. He's like, I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, but he's like my and he's probably gonna kick my butt if I keep saying this. He is the Obi-Wan Kenobi to my Anakin Skywalker. Just that I haven't turned heel yet. Maybe it'll never happen. I don't know. But yeah.
That is awesome. I'd definitely like to work with them.
Hey George, thanks for listening. So all right, so going forward. So now that you're a fan and you're going to the shows, playing the video games, cheering your favorites. Sorry, didn't mean to click that. But how did your journey go from wrestling fan to now professional wrestler? Like, how do you end up at the Nightmare Factory and so on?
So I am actually from California, and like, it's always been a dream of mine, but I never knew if it was like actually a tangible thing that I could attempt. And then I started searching for training schools around my area. But during COVID time, there was nothing really open. There was a school open, East Bay Pro Wrestling. It was still like less training and stuff like that. So I did look into their training, started training with them, and then I saw Cody's post about he was opening a school and submitting applications and all of that. So I just thought it doesn't hurt to try. So I submitted my application, and I definitely didn't think it was going to get selected because I'm from California and it was in Georgia and everything. But then like a week or two later, I got the call, and it was just wild. From there, I had to pack up my whole apartment, put everything in storage, quit my job, like make the whole 36-hour drive out here and all of that. It was wild.
Oh, you're on mute, man.
I gotta stop doing that. But okay, wow, okay. So apparently George is here saying that he wants the Brooke Havok versus Pandora at SPW. Okay, George, you might make me actually. You if you keep on doing that, you're gonna make me book a ticket down there to South Florida. Y'all got
I'm
all these
all
great
for
matches
it.
y'all have. Yeah, but yeah, but all right. So East Bay, I've heard of East Bay. They look pretty interesting. I know actually one of your, well, not your classmate, but I don't know if you probably remember this guy, but Rude Dragon, he actually made a return
Yeah.
there recently, and and the funny thing is he actually made his return by throwing a fireball into another competitor's face. So I was like, wow, he's definitely living it up. But yeah, so now that you joined Nightmare Factory, and after 3 months of intense training and whatnot, you've probably seen people start and then they didn't finish, they had to leave due to whatever was going on with them, but you made it through. Cody, Coach Glacier, Coach QT, um, Coach Ian, and the rest of the coaching staff gave you that handshake, that pat on the back, and said, "Congratulations, you are now you are now officially licensed to say that you're a professional wrestler, and you're able to take bookings all over the country, if not all over the world." What was going through your mind at that point? That you were now the first class. You were now one of the members of the graduating first class of Nightmare Factory.
It was absolutely insane. Like, it's still crazy to me to think, like, a little over a year ago, this all started, and like how fast things picked up and everything. It's still so crazy to me. I've just been extremely grateful for the coaches that I've had and all of that stuff. Like, I couldn't have asked for better coaches and a better camp to be trained at.
Wow, that's cool. I told Josh Breezy, Jacob Thrasher, and several other people that y'all are like the class that people are gonna look up at one day. They're gonna see that picture of y'all and they're gonna be like, "Oh snap, that's the first class. Wait, isn't that Brooke Havok? Yeah, yo, she was the one that came out, in the black vehicle at the first student showcase. Yeah, she just beat Britt Baker for the AEW Women's title." And then they might see Kat Spencer, like, wait, isn't that Kat Spencer? Yeah, she was Brooke's tag team partner. She's in Japan right now training. And aren't those the Renegade Twins? Yeah, yo. Yeah, they're doing it big over in the UK. So I mean, hey, trust me, y'all are definitely gonna be that class. Like, I got a good feeling that people are gonna look back and they'll be like, yo, they started from here. Wow, that's awesome. Like, and I gotta say, good work on that student showcase. I actually enjoyed it. It was awesome. I haven't seen the third one yet. I know you did commentary on the third one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I intend to. I have to because I have Ishmael Vaughn from that class this Saturday. We have Ishmael Vaughn this Saturday. Um, But I've been thoroughly impressed with what y'all have done. The second one was amazing. The second one was like
Yeah, they
I
had a lot of talent there.
I enjoyed the second one more than most of the WB pay-per-view they had. That I should probably stop saying this, but and I'm not against WB, but like that student showcase happened the same time the WB had their pay-per-view with the zombies coming out, and other than the main event that they had, I like y'all student showcase better, man. That was
Aw.
better. But so now you graduated Nightmare Factory. And they're putting you in a match on AEW against none other than Britt Baker, DMD. Dr. Britt, let me be respectful. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. What was going through your mind stepping into that ring and
It
having to face
was
one of the country's
wild.
best?
Cody actually told us at training. So like I had no idea. I was just there training. I was like working out while he was training his second camp. And I just like walk back from the weight room and he was like, "Hey Brooke, did you hear the news?" And I was like, "What news?" And he was like, "You're going to TV next week." And I was like, "What is going on? This is absolutely insane." So it was definitely like a crazy experience for me. And then just being there around like everybody and seeing like how everything works and all of that stuff. And then getting the opportunity to wrestle somebody like Britt Baker, who is just so good. I was just extremely grateful for the whole experience.
You're on mute.
Sorry about that. It's a habit to have people. But you definitely showed out in that match, and even though she was like the champion, or I think she was a champion at the time. I don't know. I could be wrong,
She
but
was not, no.
yeah, but you definitely showed her what it was and what was up. So now, so you say you're from California. Any chance you're gonna go back there? Maybe go back to East Bay Pro and show them the new Brooke Havok, the intense Brooke Havok, the one that's here to, you know what? Pun intended. Bring the havoc to the West Coast.
Maybe it could be soon. We don't know. You'll just have to keep looking
Oh,
out for it.
where are my manners? By the way, congratulations on actually being, and correct me if I'm wrong, but congratulations on actually being chosen to be in that tournament. I think it's the Young Lions Cup tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Another thing that I'm like really excited about in my home state. It's in NorCal. I'm from NorCal, so it's just something I'm so excited to be a part of.
Yeah, I gotta next time I go to California, I want to go to NorCal and check out their because I've seen two wrestling events in SoCal. I've seen one in San Diego to be exact, and I've seen one in Los Angeles. But I want to know what the NorCal wrestling scene is like. Like the thing with the for some reason, like the wrestlers on California, like they're like larger than life with their with their appearance. Like you got Jordan Blue with the snake. You got Rude Dragon now with the fireballs and all that too. Like
Yeah.
y'all got me pumped to check out NorCal one of these days, man. And plus you got promotions like SPW over there. Well, not Spirit Pro Wrestling for those of y'all listening, but there's another one called Supreme Pro Wrestling, and I'm trying to convince George to actually do a little thing with them, but I don't know. Wishful thinking. But
10
yeah,
out of 10, gotta check out West Coast Pro. Gotta give them a shout out. They're like the biggest in the NorCal scene right now and just put on such amazing shows.
I have to check. I'll definitely have to check them out. Do you know who runs there by any chance? I think I've heard of them, but I've never really like. There's just so many promotions to look at these days. But do you know who actually runs that, or?
Yeah, it's ran by Scott. I might butcher his last name, Brigante, but yeah,
Mm,
he's the one who runs it.
awesome. Okay. So, um, th- this tag team that you have with Cat Spencer, any chance we're gonna see more of it in the future? Because y'all were like, boom, like made for each other, like you know, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, like y'all were good tag team partners and whatnot. So, any chance you can see that in the near future?
I definitely would love to. Like, that's definitely something I'm excited about, and definitely want to tag with her again, of course.
Cool, cool, cool. So you're a West Coast, you're a West Coast native, and you're living on the East Coast now. What differences have you do you see as a wrestler in the wrestling scene from between both coasts?
I definitely have noticed like the style of wrestling is different. Out on the West Coast, it's definitely a faster pace of wrestling. Um, and out here, it seems like they slow it down and uh, more work on character and stuff like that.
That's cool. That's yeah, because I've been told there's a bit of difference um from a fan's perspective. But I've always wanted to get that like I've always been curious to ask wrestlers like what their opinions were and so on. Um, so your coach, I just have two more questions before I turn it over to Rob. I know Rob has a couple of questions, and spoiler alert, or just a heads up, if you are a fan of Marvel or DC or Star Wars, he's gonna ask you a ton of questions about the Mandalorian and whatnot. So or Loki and whatnot. So just be prepared for that. But but so your coach Cody, when he left WWE several years ago, he posted a list of on social media of several opponents he wanted to face in the near future, and several other wrestlers started doing the same thing as well. So my second to last question is, who are the top five opponents that Brooke Havok would like to wrestle in the near future?
Ooh, in the near future. Um, I definitely want to wrestle Maddie Rankowski, Danny Jordan, Kylan King, um, Jasmine Allure is another one I would love to wrestle. And I would say Tasha Price would be the last one.
Cool, that's a great list right there. Five very impressive women.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
honestly, I definitely hope you get that chance. When I see that, I'll be like, yes, she finally did it. She's finally wrestling one of her dream opponents. And then when you wrestle all five, I'll be like, hey, she done did it, man. It's possible. It's very
Yeah.
possible. So my last question is, you know, when you're at the gym working out or when you're getting ready to wreak havoc on an opponent, like what are some of your favorite like jams to listen to? Like what gets you into that battle mode, you know, ready to go ahead and you know, kick some ass and take some names?
Oh, yes. 10 out of 10 Taste of Ink by The Used. I could play it any time and it just pumps me up. Like when I need to hit that max on anything, I'll throw on that song. Or like King for a Day by Pierce the Veil. Those are my top two.
Cool. Yeah, the used. Oh wow, that's they've been around for a bit. They have a song called that I used to listen to a lot. All that I've got. It's from
Yes.
like the early 2000s, but like that was one of my jams back in the day. Definitely a great band. Almost got into an argument with a guy because he was like, "Oh, they're whiny and emo." I'm like, "Okay, and what's your problem? What do you listen to? Elevator music?" And he just left me alone after that. But yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn over to Rob. I know Rob asked some questions for you. So Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on, Brooke? How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Well, you know what I mean. Pretty nice day out. I got up extra early. I heard we were interviewing you, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to bed early and getting up early for this interview. You know what I mean? I can't miss this one. If I did, I have to kick myself in the butt the rest of my life. Oh, so how's your day been? Well, morning been or whatever. You got any big plans for the rest of the day? Any training?
Yeah, definitely gotta hit a workout, that's for sure. Um, and then I think I might go to a pumpkin patch or something with some friends.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done any Halloween stuff yet this year. I do need to go to like a haunted house type deal. Like see you
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
an abandoned asylum or something like that. I need to do that. I gotta get up with my sister. I always go with her. She's always down. She's like, yep. Just let me know today. Let me know today. I got you. All right. So are you into that type of stuff? The spooky season?
Yes, definitely. Like 100% love the spooky season.
All right. Now, are you since October? Are you doing like scary movie marathons? Because like me myself, I'm trying to do at least one a day. Are you doing anything like that?
I'm not quite at the one a day, but
Mm.
definitely watching some spooky movies. I'm excited for Halloween coming out. Definitely gonna go see that.
Oh yes. Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen it. I had Peacock because I have Comcast and like Peacock comes free with it and all. But and I seen the thing on there. It says it comes out on Peacock on there. So I'm like, ooh, I might have to stay up till midnight or 4 in the morning or whatever. Because sometimes on the West Coast they try to wait. So I might have to do that. Take a little nap or drink a Red Bull or something. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I want to see how he got like. Yeah, I've seen the trailer and it's like he got out of that basement on fire and then tore up the firemen and now I'm like, okay, I gotta see how we go on this. And then there's one more after, like, oh yes, sign me
Yeah,
up.
it looks so good from the trailer.
Oh yeah. So is Michael Myers would he be your favorite like slasher or whatever, or do you have somebody different?
Um, Definitely up there. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I like me personally, I like Jason. He's my guy. I love watching Friday the 13th movies and stuff. And I hope we get a new one soon. Like, it's been so long. It's been so long. The last one though is pretty good, but Now I was wondering. I was wondering if you were going to make it on our podcast because I was watching ESPN earlier and I seen you on First Take giving some NFL insider opinions and all, and I was just like, man, I was like, I wonder if she's going to make it. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But
That's so
I did get
funny.
to see those. I did get to see that poster. Whatever. I thought that was hilarious. Where somebody was like, "Hey, Mina Kimes," you know what I mean? Are you really a twin sister? And I was like, "Oh man, what was that like? Was that pretty funny? Did you get a kick out of that? Like,
It was wild. My phone blew up that day, to say the least. Um, it was crazy. Like even Cody saw that tweet, like, and talked to me about it, and I was just like, oh, okay. Everybody thinks that I'm an ESPN reporter. All right, that's different. And like one of my friends actually like saw it on TV when they were doing the highly questionable segment and kind of just sent me the screenshot, and that's where I first saw it, and I was like, what's going on? I think I was at the gym, and I was like, okay.
yeah, that's crazy. Usually, don't they usually play that at the gym, like on the TV or something? You could be up there, like, oh look, what in the world? What are they talking about me
Yeah.
for? What did I do? Did I say something wrong? Oh my gosh! Oh man, that is great. Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that. Kevin Bacon did say I was his illegitimate child and all once, but other than that, yeah, being a Cons ESPN reporter, that is awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you were talking earlier. You used to like playing the wrestling games growing up and all. What was your favorite wrestling game? Do you have one? Do you have multiple?
SmackDown versus Raw 0708. So much fun. Played general manager mode with my brothers and we kind of fought over that.
Oh yeah, I had the GMO stuff too, and I have my book right here. I don't know, I can't find things right now, but yeah, my friends and I, we still to this day play that, And I literally haven't. Will write it down in a notebook. Who I drafted, the storylines I got. Because sometimes it's a couple months till we all get together in the same place and play. We'll forget. So oh yeah, I definitely do the same thing. 7, 8.
So good.
Oh yeah. How long did it take you to finally beat GM mode? Did it take a while? Like, because for me it took a little bit. It took like at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, it did take a while. Um, yeah, I would just play that all the time with my brothers and my sister, and I always fought for Raw. Always
That's
just
right.
took it.
I think I was a Raw kid too. That was probably my the thing too. I was always Raw because that's what I grew up with. Whatever. I was like, nothing against SmackDown, but. Now you're talking about your brothers and sisters and stuff. Now, how do they feel having a sister as a wrestler? Are they pumped up? Are they like bragging to their friends like yeah, you want to say something to me? I'll get my sister in here, and she want you gonna be walking down the road with 3 shoes now, 2 on your feet and 1 in your ass. You know what I mean? Keep messing with me. Are they like that?
Yeah, they're the biggest supporters in the world. Like, I could not be more grateful. Like, my whole family, especially my mom, she was like, she knew that we were so into wrestling and stuff. She was never really into it, but like now she watches all my matches. She'll like keep up with everything and like keep up with AEW too. It's crazy. It's so funny to just have these conversations with her and just the support like she's shown me and my brothers and sisters have shown me is like the best thing ever. I'm super grateful to have that.
That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, like you said, your one brother, he takes that plunge, is like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and we can see y'all just out there tearing it up all across the country.
Yes, yes.
Now you're talking about now with that tag with Kat Spencer and stuff, man. On November 6th, I'm actually gonna finally, get to meet Kat. We had her on the show. She's wrestling for CCW up here in Delaware or whatever. I'm reffing for the guys, and CCW's for the ladies or whatever. And yeah, we get the Renegade Twins. They're wrestling for the tag team championships too. So y'all are like going around the country just like kicking butt and taking names. Nightmare Factory and all. It's like, oh my gosh. And then not only that, the Young Lions Cup, like Remy was talking about earlier. Y'all have like how many is it? Is it like 5 or 6, 4, 5, 6 of y'all in that Young Lions Cup? It's like it's a lot. I mean, y'all. And what was it
Yeah.
like getting that call, like being invited to that? Because that's pretty awesome.
I literally was going crazy. I was like over the moon excited about it because it's something I've also like watched as a fan when I was back in California. Like the Young Lions Cup was something that was like so cool to me. So to get the opportunity and see 5 other people from the Nightmare Factory also get the opportunity was just crazy. And I'm excited to like possibly tag or face them in the tournament.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you know when? Do you have the date of when that is? Do you know?
Yeah, it's November 6th.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to catch it then after I do my reffing duties. After I do my reffing duties, I'm definitely gonna check you out. See, I'm gonna represent. Like, yo, let's go Nightmare Factory. We gotta do this. Get all
Yes.
Nightmare Factory finals. That's what we need.
6 out of
So
16. One of us got to take it.
yeah, somebody's got. Yeah, somebody will get there. You know what I mean? Shoot, one of y'all, man. Now you were talking about you just literally coming back from like a knee injury or whatever. And what was like the rehab like for that? Because I'd literally seen the video of your comeback video. It was edited by Jet Dave, or he recorded it, did something like that, or whatever.
Yes,
That was
he
a
edited
badass
it.
video. I like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. If I need something done, I need to ask him. You know what I mean? Yeah, hook me up. You know what I mean? But yeah, what was the rehab and stuff like going through that? Was it like real hard, where you doing like that stuff like we seen in the video, on the beach, Rocky style, hitting those things, like the little ladder thing, were you doing stuff like that?
Yeah. So first I'll give the shout out to Jed Day because he is the goat of editing. So if any wrestlers, anybody at all who needs any editing, hit up Jet Day. He's so good at it. But yeah, the training for and rehab for my knee was definitely intense. I was trying to come back as soon as possible. It's an injury I tore my ACL and my meniscus in 2 places. So it's an injury that takes about 6 to 12 months to recover from. So I was trying to make it 6 months and be sure that I'd be back in 6 months. So I did do a lot of physical therapy, and then like you saw, like all the agility work. The entire time I went back home to Oregon, I was at the beach every single day doing that agility work and just like trying to make sure my knee was as stable as possible coming back.
Oh, nice. So, okay, what are the beaches like there in Oregon? You know, I've never really heard about it. When you say you're out there in Cali and stuff, I know about the beaches there. They look all nice and beautiful and stuff. And you know, like over here on the East Coast, I've been to a lot of, yeah. But what's like a beach up there in Oregon? You know, are they nice looking? You know, I imagine a lot of mountains or
They're
something. You
so
know.
beautiful, but so windy. It is like
Okay,
you're
okay.
getting sandblasted the whole time you're out there.
Mm. Okay, okay. So it's one of them things you're definitely gonna find sand, a week later, like I was at the beach last week. Why I got sand in my hair, it's one of them things.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
My mom definitely had to sweep up a lot of sand like every time I'd come home, just like I would track it in.
Oh, that's great. My aunt, that she has a beach house here in Delaware and all. When we go visit her and all, when we were kids, oh yeah, we had to do that. She had like a vacuum, right? It was like, yeah, we
Yeah.
just get all that sand up. Yes. So, I wanted to ask you, with your, doing the rehab stuff, do you have any like workout tips, staying in shape? Because, like I have like an ab, I'm trying to access it, trying to make it grow and maybe get another one so I get a 2-pack. You know what I mean? Not Tupac, 2-pack. I want a little, accentuate what I got. So, do you have any, workout tips? You can maybe, help me out. Maybe what you do, something like that. I could follow.
Yeah, I definitely think just making those small goals and like sticking to them and making sure that you're doing things to accomplish them every day is definitely helpful. I'm right there with you with the 2-pack. I went through a bulking season, lost the other two, and
uh,
now I'm back to just two. But definitely like with abs, I've learned like jump roping has been so fun for me, and it's just like helped me start gaining those abs back that I lost from bulking season.
That's right. So have you had a chance to get back into ring shape yet? Because I know there's a difference. Like you can be in shape. Like you have cardio, but you get in that ring, it's like, whoo, yeah, a little different. You know what I mean? So have you gotten a chance, to get a little ring shape in, shake some rust off, ready to roll? Or are you still working on that?
Yeah, definitely running the ropes a lot. And I feel like all the agility work that I was continuing to do and like jump roping helped keep me in like conditioned and all of that stuff. So it actually wasn't too bad coming back.
Hmm. Well, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, at least you're still in shape. Yeah, yeah. Because I guess 6 months or whatever. You're still fairly young. You know what I mean? I'm an old man. 6 months is like, whoo, man. I'll come back in a wheelchair or something. Like, oh man, oh man, I can't do that. So I do want to ask about your merch and all that. Like you got your hat, your beanie right there. That is awesome. And I've seen some of your shirts too. Like, where do you come up with those ideas? Do you have somebody help you make them and all? Like, where's that come from? 'Cause you got some badass merch.
Thank
Shameless plug
you.
for you.
So this circle design is actually it was made by my youngest brother. So that was like something really cool to have. It's one of my favorites. And then the Android Dragon Ball Z inspired one was made by a fan on Twitter. The Brooke Havok Bang inspired one was made by a fan also on Twitter, which is really cool to have those people like help me out and stuff. And then the most recent one that I dropped today, I actually drew it up on my phone, and then I had somebody like make it a PNG file and stuff and help clean that up and uploaded it to Pro Wrestling Tees.
All right, that's what's up. Doing your thing. Hey, if I could, I wish I knew how to do stuff on this phone. Draw it up. But, the only thing I can draw is stick figures. That's about my artistic ability right there. I can't even decorate my house. My house is decorated from like my sister, my mom, and ex-girlfriends I've had. I'm like, oh my God, you need to put something on these walls. What are you doing? It's like, I'm good. I just got a couch and TV. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Minimalistic.
yeah.
Minimalistic. So you were valedictorian of your graduating class. You know, like what was that like? Did you get the special? Did you get special things? Did you get a little gold? You know, like sash or something?
No, nothing like that, but definitely the
Oh,
support from Cody like just meant the world to me. So that meant more to me than any type of gold.
that's right. Now, because I seen that, and then I watched some of your promo work and stuff. I'm like, wow, yeah, yeah, yeah. And your Twitter game, your Twitter response game is well on point. Just yeah, man. Troll if they have any, yeah, don't come after you or whatever. No, 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 no. No. So like, where is that? Do you practice on your promos? Are you, or is it just like, are you just witty like that? You're just like, oh yeah, here we go.
Definitely, definitely care a lot about promos and stuff, and definitely practice with that. And I'm working on it every single day. I know I don't have the best promo in the game or anything close to that, but just working on it and like putting out promos and stuff like that is like the most important thing to me. And then also with the Twitter responses, I've just been so frustrated and bitter for the past 6 months not being able to wrestle that I'm at the point where if somebody tries me on Twitter, I'm gonna come full force at them now.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. That. Oh, I feel bad for them if they think they're gonna do something. Hey, what's up, Pinky? Hey, what's going on, man? So I do want to say, yeah. Are you watching it? Are there any new movies or TV shows you're into right now? Because I always get stuck watching the same kind of stuff. You know, I'm always like, you know, except for the Halloween one coming up. You know, I got that marked down. But other than that, you know, do you is there anything new you're watching? You know, into that you've seen lately?
I actually like just started Squid Games.
Mm.
Watched the first two episodes, which is it's wild. And then another one that I hate to say that I'm super into is Love Island UK. So good. And I've been kind of stuck on that. But yeah, those are the two.
Okay, that's
Hey,
cool.
Brooke, Brooke, you're gonna laugh at this. Somebody, and I'm probably I'm just gonna give our viewers a heads up. You're probably gonna hear me say this because it's so hilarious. Somebody once thought that Squid Games was about Squidward from SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, definitely not.
It's like that. I think that I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard, and I was like, yeah, that'd probably be the total opposite of Squidward from SpongeBob going on there. Like, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I'm kind of a little iffy, you know what I mean? But you know, maybe if I can build my courage up, I might be able to. You know, like, I could probably watch that. 'Cause, like, I can't watch Saw too much. You know, after the Saw movies, you know what I mean? After a couple of them, I'm like,
Yeah, me either.
or that Hostel movie. The one just put me off. I was like, nope, no, don't even. I had to like leave and stuff. My friend's like, what are you doing? I was like, nah, I can't. Yeah. Give me Cabin in the Woods. I'm good with that. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me watch that.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when is your next match? Do you have one lined up coming up soon, or is it the Young Lions Cup on the 6th?
Yes. I actually will be going back to California within the next couple weeks. So look out for that. Look out for those announcements.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, so going from Atlanta to like Cali and stuff, man, is the weather like is that weather change like, you know what I mean? Because you get that nice weather in Cali, you come over like there's like humid and like swamp, and it's like, do you feel that
Yeah,
difference? Does it mess with you?
I absolutely hate Georgia weather. It's the one thing I don't like about here. Like coming from Cali, I would say arguably like the best weather. And then coming to basically the tropical rainforest, it's not fun.
Oh yeah, that humidity, it's the worst. You know, what I mean, you walk outside and it just like punches you in the face. It's like, oh no. gonna be a long
Yeah.
day. I start
I've never
speaking. Yeah, it hits.
experienced
Oh
the
yeah.
80 degrees and raining before. It was a new one for me.
You're probably used to that 75 and sunny, 365 days a year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I did hear that, if you're a San Diego weather person, meteorologist, that's like the easiest job ever. You're just every day 75 and sunny. Have an awesome day, y'all.
Yeah, literally.
Now, being in Alabama or whatever, did you ever? I hear a lot of stories about them having monsters and stuff like skunk apes. You know what I mean? All kinds of crazy swamp monsters. Did you ever come across any? Did you hear any? Stories or nothing? Anything?
No, not at all.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Because I'd like to go down to Georgia sometime. I'm trying to, stay in some places that don't have that type of stuff. I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want my friends at a funeral, and I'm all like, yeah,
Yeah.
like that. It's like I'm running from a monster, like, man. Now, before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to ask, since you're wrestling and stuff, do you have any, like funny stories you can share? Maybe training stories or on the road somebody forgetting their gear or something. Do you have any funny stories to share, or maybe something happened to you or something? I mean, you can change the name, take the innocent. If you need to.
Um, I actually can't think of any like super interesting stories. Um, yeah, I don't, it's sad. I don't have any interesting stories yet. Oh, actually, um, on my way back from Jacksonville, one of the times that I went down there, my phone died and
Mm,
my car charger wasn't working and it was super late at night and I had to go back to Georgia. I was like, okay, this is fun. This will be
mm,
something. So it was like the scariest moment of my life. And I had to go find like the closest gas station to get a charger and all of that. But it was definitely like I started freaking out a little bit because without my phone and being in another state, I was just like, how is this gonna work?
that's right. That's like going back in the old days, what I mean, before cell phones, where where we had to navigate by the stars and stuff, you know what I mean, where we had to get places,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a phone with you. We're like, what? A phone?
Yeah.
GPS, yeah, I remember if I had to go somewhere. It's like you gotta give me specific directions because I will get lost. I had to go to gas station, buy a map. What I mean, like, oh my god. Now
Same.
technology, I'm glad for GPS. Oh, but yeah. Before I pass it on to Remy, I do want to say, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on chat with us. I definitely had a blast. You know what I mean? I wish nothing but the positive things for you, your family, your career. I hope you get back soon, win that Lions Cup, start collecting gold all around this country, and kicking ass, taking names. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Brooke, I just have to say thank you. I can't thank you enough for actually doing this for us. Just taking time out of your busy schedule to just tell your story and whatnot. We've been trying to make it happen for months, but we finally did. And like I said, we know that that's because you're busy doing your thing and whatnot. So thank you on behalf of myself and Rob Base. Thank you very much once again for this opportunity. And with that being said, before we shut down the show, where can fans find you on social media if they want to, purchase Brooke Havok merchandise, or if they want to find out when your next appearance is? And where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their show for the shows?
You could find me at Brooke Havok on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Linked in my bio will be my pro wrestling tee shop, which is prowrestlingtees.com backslash Brooke Havok. And also, you can find my booking email there as well.
Awesome, that's cool. So y'all definitely go ahead and give this woman a follow. She's doing great things. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the awesomeness that is Brooke Havok. Trust me. Yesterday we had a young lady by the name of Amy Crimson on our show. And I told her that she's one of my top 20 women to watch out for next year. So I'm gonna go forward and say this, Brooke. You're actually like you're actually also on that list as well. You're like the second one, along with Kat Spencer, to actually be for my top 20. I'm pretty sure I can't speak for Rob and Kathy, but you're on my top 20 for women to watch next year in professional wrestling. I know it's gonna come through. Trust me. I best believe
Thank
that.
you.
I can feel it in my gut. But yeah, y'all definitely go ahead and follow this young woman. You know, cop some merch as well. You know, if you can't make it to the shows that she's at, this is another way you can support indie wrestling. You know, purchase some 8x10s, purchase some merchandise. You know, I think I might go and cop me a nice that little beanie you got there. You know, winter's coming up, so I'm trying to look cool. You know, for the winter. You
Yeah.
know, y'all definitely go ahead and give her a follow and whatnot. But with that being said, it's about that time for us to shut down the show. But before I do that, Rob Bass, the Sean Spencer to my Burton Guster, the Eminem to my Royster 5'9", the Paul Wall to my Chameleonaire. Where can fans find you on social media if they want to, talk wrestling? And where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook and YouTube, Rob Base.
Awesome. And if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. You can find me on Twitter under @TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under Remy Blue. That's right. It's a picture of me at WrestleMania 28. You can add me there. Our podcast, however, is also on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter under @Ringside Society. We're also on Twitch under @Ringside Society 2019. That's one of the platforms where this episode is being streamed. We also have a Facebook group. Just type in Ringside Society and feel free to join us there. And we're also on YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe to us. Don't personalize it. Subscribe to all our videos, and because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We also have several impressive interviews in the past, like this. Like we have this interview that's going to be on there. We have Cat Spencer, the Renegade Twins, TSF, one of the hottest tag teams out right now. Definitely check out those interviews as well. You won't be disappointed. And we're also a Teespring store. Yes, our Teespring stores where we actually sell merch. We have all sorts of merch. We have tank tops for the summer, even though it just passed us. We have regular t-shirts. We have long sleeve shirts for the winter. We also have hoodies. Yes, it's hoodie season now, so go ahead and cop yourself a Ringside Society hoodie. And we also have coffee mugs. That's right. It's pumpkin spice latte season, green tea latte, hot chocolate, and with marshmallow season. What better way to sip on Ringside Society coffee mug? But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in tonight. I mean, not tonight, today, live. I got. We normally have shows at 7 o'clock, but hey, excuse me for that. But yes, we want to thank everybody that tuned in live today. Thank you very much. To those of y'all that are gonna listen to us later on via our platforms, thank you very much in advance. And to those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want everybody to know that we understand that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the Nightmare Factory Class 1 graduate, the leader of the Emo Heads, and also one half of that awesome tag team that made the most badass entrance at the Sydney Showcase 1, Brooke Havok. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And with that being said, we'll be back tomorrow with another phenomenal episode. But until then, we're still going through a pandemic. So until it's finally gone, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.